Hey everybody, happy Saturday. This is Leslie from GoToKitchens.com. That's so funny. Dad's phone just alerted that we are live. Hey Marcy. Hey, it's good to see you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Hey Laura. So this is my dad, you guys. This is not me, obviously. This is my dad.
Hello.
And everybody's saying, hi Leslie. Hi Leslie's dad.
Hi.
Yeah, hey Marcy. Hi guys. Oh my goodness, you guys are filling up the room here. Hey Linda, it's good to see you. I know we're here on a Saturday, so I get all kinds of people. Hi. So, you guys, if you know or may not know this, but my dad has been working on a shop, and he had started periscoping when he started painting this painting. I know, it's really nice. We're going to take a little tour here. So he started periscoping when he started this painting, and I know it's beautiful, right? And he stopped because his space was so small. He couldn't see to talk to you guys and paint at the same time. And so he has set up this little studio here in his new shop. And so then he had periscope troubles, but we figured that out. So he's going to be back on here at some point painting, and I will go and share his broadcast when he's on so you guys can follow him. So we are in his new shop right now. So Dad, why don't you give us a tour?
Oh, okay.
This is my dad, Gary.
Hi.
This is my mom, Susan. Mom, just say hello.
Hello.
So, my mom is camera shy. He is a modern day Bob Ross. You should hear him when he paints on Periscope. You'll really think that. Without the hair.
I got hair.
I know, but not that hair.
No.
All right. So if you guys don't mind, you can, right down here in the corner, you can share out. There's my finger. Right down here in the corner, you can share it with your followers. That would be awesome. Thank you so much in advance for doing that. Okay, Dad, so give us the tour. Give us the tour.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just stuff up here on the shelf. That is a lead. This thing right here, that's an old gasoline lead pot, like the one I used to use when I was a kid. My dad was a plumber, and we melt lead in that to run sewer lines with. And a little ladle and pot. There's just some old stuff up here. That's an egg crate, like my grandma used to use, that gather up eggs. She had 500 laying hens, and we'd gather the eggs every day, and we'd grate them and wash them and put them in these crates like this, and put on her backyard, on her back porch, until we had a truckload to take to market, and then we'd haul them off to market.
Oh my God, I totally want that egg crate. We just bought that this weekend, and when Dad told me what it was, I was like, oh, you have to buy that. I wouldn't let him leave the antique store without it. So very, very cool.
And there's a 1918 Evinrude motor, outboard motor. And
talk about a man cave.
This is a door to the old building. This is 100 years old. This house was built 100 years ago, and back in here was original old storage. And so I cleaned it out and utilized it for storage. You really can't.
You can kind of see in there, but not really. He's built all these shelves in here for storage.
I put all these shelves and stuff in there. That old building's 100 years old. And
you can ring my bell. Oh, never mind.
And this is an old axe I've had for.
What are these on the wall, these brands?
Just brands from branding iron I had.
He's branded his walls. They're all over the place.
There's a dinner bell. A clanging dinner bell.
Dinner.
Dinner.
God, that doesn't sound very pretty.
Well, it doesn't on this wall, but when you take it off, I don't know, for some reason that wall mutes it.
I was like, oh, that's better. Gracious man.
And then this is those
There's
stuff.
the backyard, by the way. That's the main house. We're in the sub house. There's the branding iron.
And these old clippers here were my grandpa's. And these things
My
here.
My great-grandpa's.
Yeah, that's his great-grandpa. And these things here, these things are 150 years old or more. These clippers. just old stuff. This bow and arrow I got for Christmas one year in 1955.
Yeah.
Santa Claus brought me that one.
Yeah, and I tried to shoot it one time when I was a kid and almost snapped my head off, so.
And these were some gourds that my sister grew up in the Panhandle of Texas.
We got the Texas flag.
I got Texas flags and American flags. And
what
then,
does your sign say there behind you?
Oh, I'll try to see my sign.
There I am. Hi, everybody. Hi. I heard chickens. I know, yep, Texas for sure.
And then there's some of Leslie's toys when she was a little girl. Her baby.
There's my doll buggy and my high chair, and Mom claims that that high chair is broken because one afternoon I decided I was going to try to get in it, and I climbed up in it. It's made for dolls, and I got in there and smashed it. So
you did.
Yeah, there's the John Wayne lunchbox and another American flag. I know, right, Sherry? Stay out of the high chair, Leslie. All right, let's come back this way. There we go.
I can't hold my gun in.
Oh, Mom, stop. So here's just the workshop, and I'm standing in front of two big double doors. You didn't bring your gun out here, did you?
No.
You should go get your gun.
I'll go get my gun.
I know, he is totally organized, and it smells. My dad has done this kind of work his whole life, working with wood. He's been a business owner since I was a child, up until about, how long ago, Mom? It's been about 15 years, I guess. 10, 15 years, and then he started working in oil refineries and finished his career out in oil refineries. But when I was young, this is how he made his living, is he built cabinets for houses and did all kinds of woodworking, and that's how we survived. So, all right, so let's. Oh, my giant head. Built a kitchen. Yep, he's done all kinds of stuff. There we go. Hi, everybody. We've been out antiquing today, and we had lunch, and we went to this flea market that wasn't really a flea market at all. It was just a big junk. Yeah, there was probably a lot of fleas in there. So, so we are, I have my mom out here with me, and we're just going to do a quick interview and talk about, she's so camera shy. Can you believe that I'm her child and so not camera shy?
Your daughter, your dad's child. Your dad right now. Yay,
Dad saved the, oh, here, let me take this back off here. Hold on, you guys. Totally disorganized scope, totally disorganized. So, decided that he was going to, okay, so over there on the wall is the old stock for this gun, right? And he decided that he was going to put a new stock on it and make it himself, and this is what he did.
So I made this stock. I was going to scope while I was making this stock, but I couldn't get on Periscope and show you guys how I do stuff. But it turned out really pretty. This is cherry, and then this is these inlays here. The cheek rest is Australian lacewood. These inlays are Australian lacewood.
Your husband would love that gun. He's making them. He's making custom stocks. So.
And this is ebony on the butt. These butt caps.
And I have to tell you, Robin shot this gun yesterday. And, well, they both did.
Now, I'm not a hunter. I don't kill animals.
Point that towards me. Sorry. I'm
not going to point it at you.
Okay.
Well, I don't kill animals. I just go target practice, and I like to target shoot. It's fun.
Yeah. No, he's not a hunter or anything like that. Sherry says, I hate guns, but it's pretty. It is beautiful, isn't it? Robin shot it yesterday, and, well, I saw the targets, and he did a good job. So he said it shoots beautifully. Okay, hold on. Let me.
What is it?
Somebody wants to screenshot it. Oops.
Yeah, let me turn it over and you can get the inlays.
Here, let me turn it over. You can see the inlays. Oh, she just said the inlays. Sorry. Yeah.
Probably come over here and get a better.
Sorry. Everybody's probably getting sick on the camera. How's that? Is that good? You got it? Yeah, beautiful, beautiful gun.
Yay, beach day. Yay.
We went and got pedicures. Mom and I went and got pedicures, and Robin and Dad went to the gun range yesterday. So I'm sorry if my signal is bad, by the way. I'm working off my cell phone signal, and it's not very strong. So yeah, we have. Yesterday, it got to the end of the day and I was like, holy cow, I never scoped yesterday. I totally forgot because we were having too much fun. So, too bad. I was just going to interview Mom yesterday. So we're going to do that interview right now. So anybody who is interested, if you think you know somebody who is interested in about hearing my mom's story, we're going to talk about when she had her stroke. She had a stroke in 2008. We're going to talk about that, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her journey. And she's really shy, so you guys are going to have to be really nice to her. Don't be mean to her like you are to me. No, I'm totally kidding. Hold on.
I heard how mean they are to you.
Oh yeah, they're terribly mean. So let me see if I can
do this.
See if I can turn this around so I can get us both in this shot.
Don't like me on camera. I look like looking fresh.
Oh, Mom. Yeah, see, they're all saying she's among friends. So, God, I can't see that far. I'm like trying to see the camera. All right, so I know Mom and I, neither one can see that far. I know, she is cute, isn't she?
She's a doll.
She's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So tell them what happened to you, Mom. Tell us about what led up to the stroke.
Well, I got a little tiller for Christmas. I had begged for Christmas for years, and I finally got it. This ground here is very, very hard. I was going to tell me a flower garden. It was going to be a rose garden in the front yard. Well, I till all day long that thing, bump, 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 and it would never till. So we had some kids living next door, and they saw me out there, and they said, Susan, you need to stop doing that because it's too hot out here to be doing this. I said, no, I can do it. They said, it's just bumping you around. So the man got hold of it. He said, oh, my God, you can't till this. So he stopped, and I came in the house. Well, Leslie called me, and I was so tired and so hot, I was just sitting there. And she was worried about me because I was real lightheaded sounding.
You weren't lightheaded sounding. She was slurring her words so bad that we could not understand her. She was making sense, but she couldn't talk. She was, yeah, and I was like, what is wrong? Yes, her name is Susan. I was like, what is wrong? But tell them about what happened to you way before this happened in the grocery store that day.
Oh, it was the Thanksgiving before I went to the grocery store, and on the way down there, I couldn't feel my legs. I thought, well, this is weird. Why can't I feel my legs? And I had to drive about 2 miles. I thought, okay, I'm not going to be sick. It is the holidays. I am not going to be sick. We got a big family dinner tomorrow. I'm going to make myself, we're going. So I never told nobody about it until after all this happened. And when I got to the grocery store, I had to pick up my jeans and put my legs out. And pick up this jean and put my legs out. I thought, oh my God, what's the matter with me? Well, I'm a Christian. I just prayed, God, give me the strength to go in there and get my food and get out. So I did. And
she didn't tell anybody, by the way.
No,
none of us knew.
I didn't tell nobody until after the stroke. And that was what happened months later.
That was almost a year later.
And so then it came to when I got my tiller for Christmas that year. I went out there and tilled that ground, and I come in, I was just whipped. I mean, I was just weak as water. And so I just sit down. Well, the kids next door come in, and they said, you're going to be okay. And they got me some water and everything. Well, I called Leslie, or she called me or something. She said, well, in the meantime, she told Robin. Well, Robin, my son-in-law, her husband Robin, which you know, well, it's his fault. Oh, he saved my life, so he did. So his poor little mom had a stroke, but nobody had enough sense to call an ambulance.
No, his mom died of emphysema, but that's not why. He knew something was wrong with Mom because her speech, and Dad and I were on the phone debating, should we call the ambulance? And Dad and I were saying, Mom is going to be so mad if we call the ambulance. And Robin's like, I don't care if she's mad. Something is wrong. And so Robin actually is the one who, from Colorado, called the ambulance And because I wasn't educated enough to know what was happening to Mom. And this is why I wanted to share her story with you guys, so you would know the first signs of what happens when somebody is having a stroke. And so Robin from Colorado calls 911 and says, "This is where my mother-in-law is. You have to go there right now." And thank God he did, because she would have died. She would have stroked out. In fact, the guy in the ambulance said that she was about 15-20 minutes from dying by the time that they got to her. And so they came here and stabilized her. By that time, Nana, my dad was working out of town, and by that time, Nana, who I showed you her house, she lives right across the street, was here, and the neighbors were here, and they, rallied around her, and the ambulance guy, he pretty much, I got on the phone with him and he was like, "Your mother is really sick and we have to take her to the hospital." I'm like, "What's happened?" He's like, "I don't know what's happened. I suspect that it's either a heart attack or a stroke." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Because it was just out of the blue, because we didn't know that had happened to her, and she wasn't sick, and then she was sick. And so, yes. So
I never had been sick.
Yeah, never had ever been sick. So anyway.
And I didn't like hospital. I never had been there except when I was born. I did not want to go, and I wouldn't have went if Robin hadn't called and they hadn't took me. Because I begged the people not to take me. They said, "Oh no, ma'am, you've got to go. Your blood pressure is sky high. You got to go, maybe for one night." Yeah, one night, right.
So her blood pressure was, I can't remember. Do you remember, Dad?
Like two something.
It was like
Two something over 120 or something.
Yeah, it was like 215 over 120. It was ridiculous. She was.
Her blood pressure?
Yeah.
It was 265.
265. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like this close to death. She
Here's the man that saved my life.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know, crazy, right? So what we didn't know, because Mom hates doctors, we couldn't ever get her to go to the doctor, but what we didn't know is that Mom's blood pressure had been running out of control for many, many years. And it all culminated. So
and then it would always say, my mom would always say, "Let's get a blood pressure cuff and take a blood pressure." No.
She didn't want to know, so she ignored her blood pressure.
Yes.
Although she knew, she said she could hear it.
Thumping in my head.
She could hear thumping in her head, and then the numbness in the legs, and so she had probably already had several mini strokes. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It is, right?
Yeah, she did have strokes because it showed up on the CAT scan.
Yeah, they said that she had several many strokes, TIAs.
Transient, was it?
I can't remember. Leading up to this. So blood pressure is not something to mess around with.
Exactly right.
This is not something that I don't have any enemies. I can't think of anybody that is like I consider an enemy, but I would not wish this on anybody. On the worst person on the planet, I would not wish a stroke on.
No, because of my stupidity, I had to go to the hospital.
Well, I mean, not your stupidity, just your stubbornness.
My stubborn stupidity.
Jesus, her stubborn. That's a whole new word. Stupidity. Her stupidity caused her. Yeah. But I mean, had you had your blood pressure under control, she would have never had a stroke.
Because I didn't have no heart trouble. I still don't have no heart trouble.
Nope.
It was just high blood pressure.
Yeah. So high blood pressure causes stroke, just like that, and
Yes.
it was life changing. I mean, it changed within a matter of seconds. Her life changed like that, and all of ours did. Not just yours, but all of our lives changed. And so, what happened after that? Do you remember?
With hospital.
Yeah. I'll tell the next part of the story, because she doesn't remember. So they admit her into the hospital. I was here, Dad was here. Within 24-hour window, everybody had come here, and so yeah, she doesn't remember. That's right, because this part of her, she totally blanked out. She doesn't remember certain people coming to visit. She thinks that certain people visited that didn't, that are even dead, people that were long gone, dead, she thought had come to visit her. And that's because when they admitted her to the hospital, they actually, what?
Look in the camera.
They actually,
Talking to me.
they had actually almost medically induced a coma to try to get her brain to start to heal up a little bit so that she would not. This stroke was in 2008, October 8th? No, October 3rd.
I don't remember.
I think
it was the day we were moving.
Yeah. I think it's October 3rd, 2008. Yes, they had to control the swelling and the damage in the brain and try to keep her from having another stroke.
But yeah, what I do, they had tied me down my bed because I got up and my mom said
That was after that part, though.
When
I was going to
Hold
the
on,
bathroom.
hold on, just a second. We'll get there. So, so they
Stumped her brain.
Yeah, they stumped her brain. So they medically induced a coma, but then they had a hard time
right.
getting her to come out of the coma. So we were in ICU for what, 5 days, Dad?
Yeah, or more.
Yeah, 5 days to a week. I can hardly remember actually because I was petrified. I was terrified. I'm an only child, so I was, you know, Dad and I were it. I mean, we had to do it. So we,
My baby.
so they medically induced her. She laid in a hospital bed. She had tubes. She was intubated. She had tubes coming out of every part of her body. I'm surprised they weren't sticking out of her fingernails. And everybody was coming in and praying for her, and everybody was, you know, family had gathered because we didn't know if she was going to make it. In fact, there were a couple of days we thought we were going to lose her because her blood pressure would go sky high and then it would sink to nothing. And she was just back and forth, and we were afraid she was going to, if she'd had another stroke, it would have killed her. So we just sat and waited to see what was going to happen. And it's an amazing recovery. And this is why I want to tell you guys that nothing is impossible to get through. And so this is the whole moral of this whole story. This is not an impossibility. So, and it's something that I want to share with you, especially if you know anybody that's been through this process, or maybe even to help you from ever going through it. Mm-hmm. And so they put her in the coma. She had a hard time coming out. Finally, one day, she just woke up. She was just, ding, okay. And she's like, what is going on? When did I get in the hospital? What happened? And so thank you. And so we told her, you know, what had happened to her, and she still was having a hard time figuring it out. And the stroke had made her eyes almost completely closed. In fact, they're so much more open. They've been opening over the years because they used to, when she had her stroke, she couldn't see, and she'd hold her head up like this.
She had big eyes like you.
Yeah, no, her eyes looked like mine. And she would hold her head up like this.
No more.
No.
No, they went down. Yeah. And so, and she'd hold her little head up to try to see, and she couldn't see, and it was just horrible. So when they moved her out of the hospital and put her into rehab, and you were in rehab for a month, I think 5 weeks actually, she was in rehab, and rehab was horrible.
But it helped me. Everybody, yeah. If anybody ever has a stroke and that you don't want to go to rehab, well, too bad, go.
Yeah, too bad, just go. But the first day they put her in rehab, they were like, well, she needs to walk. And thank God she does not have any restrictions in her movement. The things that affected her is her short-term memory and her speech. She sounds like she's drunk, and she's never drank in her whole life. So
well, how do you know?
We make fun of her. She's not drunk. I'm always afraid she's going to get a speeding ticket and they're going to pull her over. She's like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, okay, get out of the car because you're drunk. So, but it affected her speech and it affected her short-term memory. But
I used to remember everybody's birthday, everybody's anniversary, everybody's everything, but I can't remember hardly my own or Leslie's or Gary's or Robin's.
Yeah. And she used to be completely like a total neat freak in the house. You could eat off the toilet seats. That's how clean the house is. And you lost that, like, concern. Like, it don't matter to me. She doesn't even care anymore. It's like, who cares? I don't care. So she lost a few things like that. So it was life-changing. I mean, it literally. But in some ways, it made a huge difference in her life because she used to be a big old chicken. She wouldn't do anything. Like, nothing.
Fly.
She wouldn't fly. She wouldn't travel. She hated travel. She hated to fly. She hated doing you get out of a 10-mile radius of the house and she's like, I'm not doing that. Yeah, chicken there. They've got a chicken emojis up there. She wouldn't get out of a 10-mile radius of the house. She wouldn't go out to eat. She wouldn't do any of those things. And now it's like, where are we going to eat? Let's get on a plane and go to Hawaii. Let's go do this. I mean, so it's made a difference in a positive way as well as some negative ways. So, yeah.
I think I was so stubborn, God's like, okay, we'll fix her.
Now it's my turn.
Dad's just sitting over there waiting.
Here's a funny thing that her mind works.
Yes, she did have a bad diet before her stroke. Sorry, Mom, you did.
I know I did.
Terrible diet.
But the mind is an amazing thing that right before Susan had this stroke, and when she was at that grocery store, she had a grocery list: peanut butter, bread, and a few specific items. And I work out of town, and I'd be gone. Sometimes I'd be gone for months. Mm-hmm. And I would come home, and every time she'd go to the grocery store,
buy the same thing.
She'd buy the same thing. There'd be 15 jars of peanut butter in there.
That's true.
and stuff like that. And
I still
it's really
have that
weird.
habit.
And she still does that. She still
every time.
I don't let her go to. I'm retired now and at home, and I don't let her go to the grocery store. I follow along behind her in a basket
and pick it out.
And pick it out and put it back on the shelf.
It's true, though. I mean,
it's true.
The brain had recorded certain incidences and certain specific things, and she would.
I wish it would have been my birthday.
Dang that man.
All right. You guys just ignore him. Everybody block him. Nobody pay any attention to him. So, yeah, I know. I got him, Harlow.
Those are my fans.
Yeah, not what they said.
Oh.
Well, maybe they are your fans. Mom's got new fans. So, yes. Who does? Okay, I'm going to let that go. We'll talk about that another time. So, yeah, I know. No, your husband, same thing. Somebody else is saying their hubby is the same way. They buy the same thing. Is that because of a stroke that happened? So Mom was in rehab for 4 weeks, almost 5 weeks actually.
And they told me I would never get no better than lay there.
She was not good at all. She could barely walk.
I could put on my makeup though.
Yeah, she could put on her makeup, but her speech was even worse. It was really, really bad. In fact, your speech has gotten better over the last year, I would say. It's gotten a lot better. Robin could not understand her.
I had to have a translator.
Yeah, Robin could not understand her at all. And he would say, "What did your mom say?" And so it's a big joke in the house. And so, but even her speech is getting better. And so, and I want to talk about what's attributing to that as well. But they told her in the hospital that all of her doctors that were caring for her in rehab told the family, they set us all down and Mom and said, you know, as whatever happens in the next 6 months, that's as good as she will ever be. And we're all like, BS. We don't believe you. I mean, I just refuse to believe it.
My mom just, his type of shit, I want to tell you something. This is my daughter. She will be better. She's already better. And don't tell me she's not going to be better.
Yeah, no, we were all like, whatever. Thank you, bye. And so we checked out of there, and I will tell you the first couple of years were really difficult. You were difficult. You were a difficult child. Yes, she was difficult. She came and lived. She came and lived with Robin and I for a couple of months at a time because Dad worked out of town, and she would come and stay with us, which we had a blast. That didn't matter. We had a blast. So yeah. But it has been such a transformation. They told us that, 5-6 years for major stroke victims like her was probably her life expectancy. And we're all like, BS, we don't believe you. Not this woman. And she has totally overcome so many things and is, really an example for all of us to, 1, pay attention to your health, 2, to never give up. Never. She's like, I'm not giving up, not doing this. We're going to do it, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And so tell them what's happened now, though, with Dad being home and the way that you guys are eating.
I'm ready for him to go back to work and... Oh, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, she does not have face tics, Harlow. No, she doesn't have that. Everybody's saying they're so proud of you. Yeah.
No, I'm thankful to the good Lord. Because when I got there, I'm a Christian. When I got there, every time they said, well, can't do this, you're not going to be able to do that. I'd lay in my bed, I'd cry, and say, God, I know you're my God. And I know that I am going to be able to do these things, thank God. And I am.
Yeah.
Anything. I would never fly. Last year on my birthday, listen, Mom.
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
2 years ago? Has it been that long?
Yeah.
God.
She's in a time warp, too, by the way. Like, she's never going to get old because she doesn't know. We used to play games with her when she first, this is one of my favorite stories. When she first had her stroke, I love to ask her, Mom, what year is it? And she's like, 1983. She just blurt out a year. And Mom, you could ask her 10 minutes later, Mom, what year is it? And she'd look at you and she'd say, 99? She'd just start going up the 98, and she'd just start start trying to pick a date. We
I'm
used to
still
tease
that
her.
way.
Every day was Sunday.
Yeah.
What's the day?
Sunday. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, she is very lucky. Yeah.
But you just have to laugh at it and go on and do your very best.
Yeah.
And trust. What are you doing?
Today is my birthday. Today.
No, it's not, because
Today
it would
is
be
my
birthday tomorrow if
birthday.
it was your birthday.
Yeah, you guys are so welcome. I definitely wanted you to hear this story. It's not his birthday. He's totally lying.
He is lying because his
Sherry.
day is the day before my birthday. And I've already had a birthday, so I know that ain't his birthday. He's a little pooch what he is.
As Harlow is saying, I've asked this before, but will your parents please adopt me?
Sure.
That is the thing about my parents, is that they only have one biological child, but they have lots of children everywhere because so many people, they have like, why? But they have so many, yeah, every day's your birthday. That's right. Every day that you're alive, it's a good day to be alive, isn't it? But they have so many people. I get messages when I post a picture of my parents. I get messages from kids that are adults that have grandchildren now, some of them, that they were in a youth group with my mom and dad, and they'll say, your mom changed my life. Your mom, I wouldn't be the person I am if it wasn't for your mom and your dad. And I get that all the time. It was March 23rd, that's right. So, but I get that all the time. I get that all the time with my parents, and I'm like, it's so cool that they're really my parents. Too bad for you people. No, I'm just kidding. But no, they only have one biological child, but many children everywhere that they have cared for and nurtured and helped and rehabbed.
Been a friend.
Yeah, and just been their friend.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So what are you and Dad doing now to help even more? So the last year, Robin and I especially have noted a huge difference in Mom. We have really experienced a big change in her.
Treat me so mean.
And did you hear her? She said, why do you treat me so mean then?
Don't do wrong.
Oh. So, but we've noticed a big change. So tell us, Dad, come tell us what you're doing. What's going on?
With what?
What's happening with Mom? Why is she feeling better and looking
Because
better?
because we're eating better.
Oh my God, what a revelation.
It's her fault. Here comes Dad.
I have lost 3 dress sizes.
Dad has lost 3 pant sizes.
3 dress sizes.
He calls it his dress sizes. Dad has lost 3. We were shopping yesterday, and she was trying to buy clothes in her old size. And I was like, Mom, those are too big. And she's tried on the size underneath it. I was like, Mom, those are too big. And so we went 2 sizes down for Mom. Yeah, they've gone into the kitchen and learned to love it. Thank you. Thank you. That's absolutely right. So, yes, and Dad has been cooking for them. You've been eating at home mostly. I mean, you hardly ever eat out.
We used to eat out nearly every other night.
Yeah, every other night. All
night,
3
all day
meals.
long.
All 3 meals you were eating out. So
Breakfast and lunch and supper.
yeah, and they both are feeling better. And I will tell you, Mom has a bum knee, and everybody say, Susan, go to the doctor because she needs to have her knee checked out. She hurt her knee and she needs to have it checked out. So, but other than that, I mean, you feel pretty good, and your memory is really.
My bowels move.
Her bowels move. That's good. We talk about that all the time on here.
Yeah, because my bowels used to not move.
Yeah, we both have that problem. Go to the doctor. Everybody's saying, Susan, go to the doctor. You have a mandate.
Oh, hush, I'll go away.
They all typed it in. Susan, go to the doctor. Thank you, guys. Yes. Go to the doctor.
You're
Yes.
not my child. I don't have to do what you say. I'm kidding, y'all. I am going to go to the doctor.
Yay! Yeah, it's something, I'm sure it's something minor that just needs to be fixed, so.
We'll see what
Go
happens.
see Liam, right? Yeah, absolutely.
I fell one time when we lived next door in a shed and hurt my knee. Well, then my mom got sick and I went out to pull a water hose in and slipped down a hill in our front yard and I hurt my knee.
Well, you're kind of clumsy just by nature. Well, you are. You've
Yeah,
always.
Colette.
She's always been clumsy. You have been.
What ugly people.
You know that. She's saying dirty things behind her
No,
hand.
I'm not. I don't talk dirty.
No, she does not check her blood pressure daily, Harlow. We did that for about 2 years. I think we were probably like the blood pressure Nazis, weren't we? We were like, check your blood pressure, check your blood pressure. And we realized that it was creating a lot of stress around.
As my doctor told me, he said, I want to tell you something, Susan. If you will take your blood pressure medicine, you won't never be sick because you're not sick anywhere. It's just your blood pressure. I thought, okay.
And she is on blood pressure medications, and she will be for the rest of her life. And that is because she had high blood pressure for so long that if you think about your veins being like little elastic tubes, right? She stretched those out, and they're not as pliable as they were before. So yeah. Exactly. So she is going to have to take some blood pressure. We don't even try to treat it naturally, although we do a little bit. I mean, we help it along, but she does take some blood pressure medications to keep her blood pressure low. So yeah. So don't be fooled that we're all natural doing this.
No.
She is using some Western medicine with some real food medicine to get this, but she's lost a ton of weight. I wish I had pictures of her. Just I could show you because I'm okay.
Like this,
We're all girls in here except for these two boys behind the camera, I'm pretty much sure. But
I hope so.
yeah, but her boobs did not stick out beyond her belly, and now her boobs stick out beyond her belly.
Oh, yeah.
So you take cat's claw, yeah. Hers is, in my opinion, and other holistic I'm not a holistic doctor, but in a holistic doctor's opinion and her medical doctor's opinion, it's safer for her because of her stroke and her risk of future stroke to keep her on her medication. I don't love it. I don't love that she has to do that, but it's a necessity for her. So I know, so much for her being shy, right? She's not shy at all.
I am
Yeah.
shy.
Oh, thank you. That's my dad's painting. We're sitting in his studio right now. So yeah, we're sitting in his new studio having this interview. So you guys, I'm going to pop off here. I will be back here on Monday. Remember that next week we are going to be at Red Hen Farms, holding chickens, taking eggs. I don't know, I'm not going to be laying any eggs, but I don't think you do that there. So, but we're going to be
lay eggs you want to.
So we're going to be on the farm Monday and Thursday next week. We're going to be talking with local farmers, and they're going to tell us about their practices and what it means to have, pastured eggs and free range eggs and all those kinds of things. I know, a total field trip. Robin's going to go with me. He's going to be my cameraman, and and I know. So we're going to do. We're going to do that next week. So next week, noon Mountain Time, Go-To Kitchens, at Go-To Kitchens. Please follow me there if you're watching replay or if you've not followed me. No poaching. Okay, Harlow, I get it. I can't poach eggs. No, I'm just kidding. I totally can. Thank you so much. I love that you're loving my show.
I'm going to be on here next week, too.
Yeah, so next week, look for my shares. I do not share a lot of broadcast, but next week I will be sharing my dad's broadcast when he starts in his studio on painting again. So thanks, Leslie's mom. Her name is Susan, by the way. You saw the poaching scope. I know, it was really bad. It was ridiculous. So, all right, you guys, love you so much. Love you too, Harlow. I hope you have an amazing rest of your weekend. We will see you back here on Monday at noon Mountain Time. Please go check out GoToKitchens.com. Consider becoming a VIP. It's completely free. You get a free ebook, How to Fall in Love with Your Kitchen and Yourself.
And this child.
So,
this is a good kid, I tell you right now.
love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.